If someone asks you, "Can you borrow me your pen?" would you respond immediately or would something feel slightly off? Be honest. Did you catch the mistake in that sentence? You have been mixing up some of these words for years, and today I am going to show you why that needs to stop. In this video, we are going to look at words that seem similar but have different meanings. These are words that many people confuse in everyday speaking, and because the listener still understands the general idea, the mistake often goes unnoticed. Over time, it becomes a habit, but it's time to fix that. We will look at the words scorching and scalding, recreate and remake, potion and portion, lend and borrow, and finally, dialogue and conversation. I will explain what each word means, show you correct and incorrect usage, and help you understand how to use them confidently. Let's start speaking this way. We will kick off today's lesson with the words scorching and scalding. Some people use these words as if they mean exactly the same thing, but they do not. The word scorching is used to describe extremely hot temperatures, usually related to weather or heat in the environment. For example, you can say, "It is a scorching afternoon." This means the weather is extremely hot. You can also say, "The sun is scorching today." This is correct. Now look at this sentence. "The water is scorching." This is not the best choice of word in this context. When you are talking about hot liquids or something that can burn your skin instantly, the correct word is scalding. So instead of saying the water is scorching, the correct sentence is the water is scalding. Let us look at more examples. Someone says, "I took a shower and the water was scorching." This is incorrect. The correct sentence is, "I took a shower and the water was scalding." Another example is, "Be careful, the soup is scorching." This is not the best usage. The correct sentence is, "Be careful, the soup is scalding." Now let us use scorching correctly. You can say, "We walked under the scorching sun for hours." This is correct. You can also say, "It was a scorching day and everyone was sweating." This is also correct. So remember this clearly. Scorching is for extreme environmental heat, while scalding is for hot liquids or substances that can burn. Now let me ask you something. When you describe a cup of tea that is too hot to drink, which word should you use? Think about it carefully and drop your answer in the comments. Now let us move to the next pair of words, recreate and remake. These two words are often confused, especially in storytelling and everyday speech. The word recreate means to create something again, often to copy and experience a scene or a feeling. For example, you can say, "They tried to recreate the moment." This means they tried to make the same experience happen again. You can also say, "The movie recreates a historical event." This is correct. Now look at this sentence. "They will recreate the movie next year." This sentence is not entirely correct in this context. When you are talking about producing a new version of an existing movie, the correct word is remake. So the correct sentence is, "They will remake the movie next year." Let us look at more examples. Someone says, "The company wants to recreate the old film." This is incorrect. The correct sentence is, "The company wants to remake the old film." Another example is, "She recreated the dress from the original design." This is correct because she is copying or reproducing the design. Now compare that with "they remade the dress." This sounds unnatural unless you mean they produced a new version entirely. So remember this. Recreate is about copying an experience or design, while remake is about producing a new version of something, especially films or products. Another question for you. If a director produces a modern version of a classic movie, what is the correct word to use? Pause for a moment and share your answer in the comments. Let us move to the next pair, potion and portion. These two words sound similar, but their meanings are completely different. The word portion refers to a part of something, especially food. For example, you can say, I ate a large portion of rice. This is correct. You can also say, she gave me a small portion. This is also correct. Now look at this sentence. He drank a portion to feel better. This is incorrect in this context. The word potion refers to a liquid with supposed magical or medicinal properties. So the correct sentence is, he drank a potion to feel better. Let us look at more examples. Someone says, the wizard prepared a portion. This is incorrect. The correct sentence is, the wizard prepared a potion. Another example is, I only want a small portion of food. This is incorrect. The correct sentence is, I only want a small portion of food. So remember this clearly. Portion is a part of something, usually food, while potion is a special liquid often associated with medicine or magic. Another test for you. If you are at a restaurant and the food is too much for you, which word would you use to describe the amount on your plate? Think about it and leave your answer in the comments. We move to the next pair, undoubtedly one of the most common mistakes in spoken English, lend and borrow. The word lend means to give something to someone temporarily. For example, you can say, I will lend you my book. This means you are giving your book to someone for a short time. The word borrow, however, means to take something from someone with the intention of returning it. For example, you can say, I will borrow your book. This means you are taking the book and will return it later. Now look at this sentence. Can you borrow me your pen? This is incorrect. The correct sentence is, can you lend me your pen? Another example is, I will lend a pen from him. This is incorrect. The correct sentence is, I will borrow a pen from him. Let us look at more examples. Someone says, she borrowed me some money. This is incorrect. The correct sentence is, she lent me some money. Another example is, I lent a book from the library. This is incorrect. The correct sentence is, I borrowed a book from the library. So remember this clearly. Lend is from the giver's perspective, while borrow is from the receiver's perspective. Now, think about this carefully. If you need money from a friend, which word should you use when making the request? Pause for a moment and share your answer in the comments. Now let us move to the final pair, dialogue and conversation. These two words are related, but they are not always interchangeable. The word conversation refers to a general talk between two or more people. For example, you can say, we had a long conversation. This is correct. You can also say, their conversation was interesting. This is also correct. The word dialogue is often used in more specific contexts, such as formal discussions, writing, or scripts. For example, you can say, the dialogue in the movie was excellent. This is correct. You can also say, The leaders engaged in dialogue. This suggests a more structured or purposeful discussion. Now look at this sentence. We had a dialogue about football. This sounds unnatural in casual speech. The better sentence is, we had a conversation about football. Another example is, the conversation in the script was powerful. This is not the best choice of word. The correct sentence is, the dialogue in the script was powerful. So remember this. Conversation is general and used in everyday speech, while dialogue is more formal or used in writing and structured discussions. Now, let me ask you something. If two friends are chatting casually at home, which word would best describe what they are having? Think about it and share your answer in the comments. So, you have learned how small word choices can completely change meaning. And here is the truth. Most people are not judged by how many words they know. They are judged by how accurately they use the simple ones. So the next time you speak, I want you to slow down for a moment and think about your word choice. Are you describing heat correctly or just guessing? Are you using lend and borrow the right way or mixing them up? Are you choosing words because they sound right or because they are actually right? This is where real improvement begins. Now I want you to do something practical. After this video ends, try to form one correct sentence for each pair of words we discussed today. Do not rush it, take your time, and be intentional. Then come back and share one of your sentences in the comments. If you want more lessons like this where we break things down clearly and fix real mistakes people make every day, make sure you stay connected to this channel. I will see you in the next video.